Okay, students, I want to just show you a little bit about the cups and chips. Good morning. And so this is my equation mat. So with our cups and chips, we have one red would be a negative, one yellow would be a positive. When we have one yellow and one red, we have a zero here because +1 and -1 make 0, and that's your additive inverse. So I'm going to start first with, let me tell you one more thing. The cup. If the cup is upside down, that represents a negative variable or negative x. If the cup is right side up, then that's a positive variable of a positive x. All right? So with that, let's get started. I'm going to say that my problem is, let's say, how about x plus 3 equals 10, okay? X plus 3 equals 10. So first thing we have to do is we have to model it. So it's a positive x, means your cup is upward, okay? And then we have positive 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it equals positive 10, right? So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so our goal is to get the variable, which would be your cup, by itself to find out what it's worth, right? And so we have 3 positives that we need to get rid of. So what's the opposite of adding 3 or having 3 positives would be to take 3 away, right? Okay, so I'm going to take 3 away on that side. And what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. And I'm going to take 3 away on this side. And so that means that 1x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, to show how that's worked algebraically, so if we did x plus 3 equals 10, I just subtracted 3, right, from both sides of our equation. So 3 minus 3 is 0, which leaves you with x, and 10 minus 3 is 7, and that's what we had. All right? Okay, let's do another one. How about we do a, let's see. Okay, let's have, 2x equals 14, okay? So that means I'm going to need 2 positive cups, right? Okay. Sorry that these don't look the same. Here's 2 positive cups, right? And it has to equal 14. So I'm going to put over here, oops, I lost one of my little chips. I'm going to put over here 14 on this side. And then what's going to happen is we're going to have to find out what 1 cup is worth, right? Not 2 cups. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So a real easy way to do this is to take your 2 cups and divide them equally with your chips. So you could go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. So guess what x is? If I take those out, x is 7. Wasn't that pretty cool? Now, algebraically, you would know that 2x equals 14. We're multiplying by 2. The opposite would be to divide both sides by 2. And so 2 divided by 2 is 1, which would leave you with x, and 14 divided by 2 would give you 7. All right? So that's with the cups and chips and with solving it with the algorithm. Let's do a different kind. How about x minus 2 equals -3? Okay. Oh, let's make it fun. Let's do negative x minus 2 equals negative 3. Okay, so I'm going to have a negative x. So that means my cup's upside down. And then I'm going to have 2 negatives, right? And then it says that it equals negative 3. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of these 2 negatives, right? So if we take 2 negatives away from this side, we have to take them away from the other side, right? So I'm going to take those away. Take those away. And then this is showing us that negative x is negative 1. I don't want to know what negative x is. I want to know what positive x is. So I'm going to flip my cup. And when I flip my cup, I have to flip my chip. And that means that x equals 1. Now, I'm going to do it with the algorithm. If this was our problem, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. And that's going to give me negative x equals negative 3 plus 2. Those are opposite signs, so you have to subtract. So 3 minus 2 would be 1. 3 is a larger number with the absolute value, so that's going to be negative 1. And so this is the opposite of x equals negative 1. And so I want the opposite of x, okay? I don't want the opposite of x. I want to know what x is. So you can divide by negative 1, okay? And you would find out that x equals 1. Or you could ask yourself, the opposite of x is negative 1, so x would be positive 1. All right, that one was a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. We can handle difficult, right? That was just a little short cups and chips for you. Hope that was helpful. See you later.